Hello, and welcome to Sunday Night Dungeons and Dragons. We are having a little audio issue.
Are we?
We're getting a Mike can hear his voice twice issue, which is
That's not fun.
But anyway, it is Sunday night. Time for some D&D. Where our wonderful party left it last week, you are heading to explore the Kingdom Celestor. You have a diary entry, I believe.
Yeah,
Maximiliana.
have us going to Celestor, so this should be interesting. All right. Dear Diary, long live the Queen. When we got back to Balthorpe to see Queen Rigda, she said she was busy. That seemed super weird since, we were the people that helped place her on the throne.
Mhm.
They put us into some rooms to wait until she was ready to see us. Ever the rule follower, Oob went exploring after we unlocked the door. Also, Arius was very confused about why they kept throwing fish at them and wouldn't stop. He thought that was very rude. Eventually, they did come in to get us, and we went back to the throne room, and the queen tells us that she had to deal with a little something. That little something we learned was Uklo. He had, nope, sorry. That's where we reunited with Oob. We learned that Uklo had been relieved of his throne, and Rigda's sister was now on the throne of Havaj. Her name is Queen Magdanel. We actually witnessed his execution and helped out a little bit. Rigda appreciated our sense of justice. Moderate murder ensued. We are on our way to Havaj, I thought, but apparently not, to see if we can find any real evidence that connects Krusk to what's been going on. Rigda has learned a lot of the information from the prisoners, and that's where my entry stops.
Very good. The one thing I'd add is Ridga's sister, Meganel, is the ruler of Havaj.
Now, yes.
And someone asked me, and I don't remember why, who the glass artisan from Havaj was. It's Bertio.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Bertio.
That's me.
Yeah.
Bertio.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna pull up the Honorarium map to give the stream. The stream is not streaming.
Uh-oh.
1 second. Probably because I restarted. 1 second. Let me get the stream set up. As you're heading in a cart that you were granted, right?
Yep.
From on the way south to Havaj and possibly southwest to the tower. I'll get the map pulled up for you guys, and then I'll pull it up for the stream. I'll make sure that the party you can see Celestor, correct? Great.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in a second, the stream will be able to see it. It's loading for the world.
Sure.
Apologize to the stream. The map is pulling up for you. I had to do a restart for audio purposes. Great. So on your way to Havage, which is about, depending on how hard you press the horses, it's probably 60, a full day's ride.
Sounds good.
Fair.
Do you have I roll a perception, please?
From
How are you positioned? You have who's driving because of your cart. So Rockham, you're driving,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay,
Got my expertise in vehicles, so
there we go.
but I'll be probably finishing a ham sandwich on the cart.
rolling
Yeah.
perception. See if
Um,
that goes through to Foundry.
as you're driving,
Arthur rolled a 21 perception.
21. Wow. You didn't roll it in the game then, right?
No, whenever we're on the world map, I never have my character options on
Oh.
the top. I don't really
Sorry,
know why.
that makes sense.
It's all good, but I just rolled it in D&D Beyond.
Yep. Okay,
I
that
rolled
makes
a
sense.
21.
Okay.
I got a 20.
Oh my god. We're perceptive fellows today.
Save
So,
that.
so the reason I ask is you're heading from Bolthorpe on the map, heading southeast toward Havage. The entire ride, you guys notice you feel like you're being watched from the Fury Mountains.
Is there any like lore about what could be in the Fury Mountains? Like history, or is it known for them bee dragons there or anything like that?
Not a lot is known about the Fury Mountains from where you guys have traveled, but I'll move this. I don't know why it's not showing the whole no map. There, I'll put the token in the middle. However, you do know that in the Dreadbane Mountains, which were named for the ice dragon Dreadbane, who it is rumored to have been defeated by the leader of the Temple of Kutho about 300 years ago.
Okay.
Now, there's not as much known about the Northeast. It's very difficult to get to, and there is one kind of licensed wizard school in Maravik in the far northeast, but no one really goes there unless they're invited.
Okay.
I
The
have to get
Fury
that out.
Mountains, roll a history check.
Someone that's not me.
All of us, or
You can all roll. I'm looking for an average or any outliers.
Well, that wasn't the best roll, but I'm going to use one of my build for successes. So that's
I got-
15.
Arthur got a nat 20 plus 6.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
Really got a 6.
So the rest of you are like, Arthur speaks up and says, well, considering that gray dwarves, who we know some are good, some are bad, are here in the cities near the mountains, sometimes there are familiars, and you can see to the northeast of the Fury Mountains that there's a glow. A lot of the source of the forges for Bolthorpe and Havage come from lava flows from the Fury Mountains. Now, in your lifetimes, I guess you're all aging, looking at your characters. I think you're all aging the same rate.
I don't actually know if autognomes have a.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. It's like, how old are you?
Well,
I think he's talking about Arcane.
I'm 47, but mentally much younger.
Okay. So in your lifetimes, you haven't seen the volcanic activity in the Fury Mountains be visible like it is now.
Okay.
So it's kind of you remember reading, you like to read. So Arthur has read up on this and said it's been about 100 years since the Fury Mountains have been volcanically active.
It's a little before my time.
Yep.
Just a little. Ridley's
But that doesn't
95.
explain why you feel you're being watched.
Hmm.
And it's coming from the north.
So we're like here, right?
Right,
And we
right.
feel the being watched from like this.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it feels like it's coming from the mountains.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I have
Mountains are
any
watching us.
divination of any description.
No,
I don't.
I'm going to look something up.
Just as a small side note, we are planting little seeds as we go.
I do remember that the seeds from your treant friends from to refresh people's memory. When you were walking into Carburum, you met some treants in the forest who you befriended. They gave you a handful of very, very powerful seeds.
I love
So-
your character. It just fits your character.
I like it. So I'm looking
So,
something up. Just give me a second.
So guys, I think we need to be on our guard. I feel like we're being watched from vaguely gestures towards the mountains.
Like we got fans.
No, I don't feel like it's kind of an adoring fan situation.
Oh. You don't
It's not even somebody waving branches at us.
No waving fans at us either.
That's unfortunate.
Nope.
Why did I think I had a scope for one of my rifles? Like it was a sniper rifle.
Who had the highest? There we go.
I think Arthur did, right?
Perhaps I
21
am
or something
mistaken.
crazy.
Yeah, Arthur.
RKM and I tied at 21 for perception.
Roll
And
a
then
wisdom saving throw, Arthur.
Fuck. No.
Oh shit.
Do you want me to as well?
Arthur's the one that noticed it.
Okay.
I got 18.
Sometimes it's good to not be so bright.
So what you see as you kind of look toward the north, there's a floating eye
Ooh.
that only you see, Arthur. And it's looking at you guys.
Arthur wants to point at it and cast darkness.
It okay. So
Get a
for
mason
the rest
jaw.
of the party, all you see is Arthur look, and all of a sudden a dark hemisphere appears from the ground up in a circle.
Oh,
I'm leaving you to explain.
Oh yeah, so I point at the eye that I see, and magical darkness spreads from a point you choose within range to fill a 15-foot radius sphere. So I want to put it like right on the pupil and have just a sphere of darkness expand out on it. And yeah, so it's just complete like pitch black darkness. As long as there's no magical light effects, it is sustained.
I thought that you just like sneezed or something and just all that inky black shit came out.
I mean, there's at least 8 eyes right here.
Yeah, I'm not worried about your guys' eyes.
Zoom
Like,
tight.
Arthur like side eyes RKM for like a quick sec. Like, not worried about your guys' eyes.
I did feel a bit funny.
Like shit, like
But
like a big eye, like a beach ball.
yeah, well, I think
It was
perhaps-
about a foot in circumference.
yeah.
It
So
was
about a football.
It was
like a football.
translucent, but you're the only one that saw it.
Or is there like a top? Maybe we can catch it. Like, throw it over the big bubble of blackness and then
I think since we noticed it, it will. Well, since I noticed it, it'll disappear. But I didn't really want it to do anything else to
actually
us.
I
so-
have a net on me. Can I try to chuck the net into it?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, how far away is it?
About 30 feet.
Yeah, that'd be the distance of a net, right?
It was coming. You thought it was coming from the mountains, but it was much closer.
Yeah. So yeah,
It
guys.
was the
it's only, like,
direction.
Oh, it's been a while since I've got to go fishing. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
the good thing is it won't see you.
Nope. I definitely don't go good. Oh no, hold on.
Gus,
Got a 7.
Gus, you were supposed to throw it overboard.
No, I got the 17, not the 2. That's just the damage. So 17?
You cast a net into the darkness, but you can't see what happened.
Or did the
Cast the
net hit
nets.
the ground?
What's that?
The net hit the ground?
From your experience with throwing nets, it sounds like you threw it in the darkness, which was not silence, and it
Or left.
Well,
Or I mean, if it was magic, then it might not have actually been there. It might have been a facsimile.
Maybe it was a ghost. And your net just went through it.
Maybe it only had eyes for Arthur.
Or Arthur.
Arthur starts stroking a horn.
well,
Nice.
can you like turn off the darkness now, or is it just gonna forever be there?
Arthur like snaps his fingers and wants to dissipate the darkness
okay.
because it's concentration. So I just release it.
Fair enough. The darkness disappears, and the eye is no longer there.
Sick.
I will catch you, my little eye friend.
You might be if you
Back
keep seeing stuff.
Maybe
I'll go
what?
back, retrieve my net.
He said sick.
Oh.
All right, well, that was a very weird situation, but you know what? I'm still riding the cart, so I'm okay.
Perhaps it was an invisible beholder. But like a baby one.
Like
It was so small.
its eye. That'd be funny.
And only Arthur could see it. Because he's got that evil blood.
That's a bit
I don't
rude.
know.
I
I don't know about that.
I know where your kind
I don't
come
think
from.
that.
I'm not saying
I don't
you're
think that I'm the
evil.
most evil person in the party, there, sir.
Yeah.
I kind of did just kill a guy that was.
I don't deny it.
Also,
He
look at
was
I-
being
That's
executed.
true.
Yeah, he deserved it. It's fine.
I embrace the darkness. I just couldn't reach it because you cast it 30 feet away.
But
No, well, so we'll keep our eyes out for eyes. You see what
Yeah.
I did there, Tick?
I-
It's just one of those.
Yeah.
Keep
means
your
two-
eyes out for eyes.
You mean I can do two things at once with words too?
Sometimes.
This was a
I guess we got to keep an eye out because
All of a
Oh.
sudden, Gus has a lazy eye.
yeah, right, yeah.
Are you looking at me and Rockham at the same time?
I found
Start-
4 eyes.
Start
It's
going
called
back
a
and
double.
forth.
I told you. Because it means I said 2 words. That means kind of the same thing but different.
Exactly.
Yeah, double. I told you.
Are you
All
sure it
right,
was just
so-
one eye and not like 10 more?
That would be much scarier. And I need more nets.
No, still just one net would work, Gus. Because
Right.
with the beholder, all the eyes are attached.
Yeah, it depends
now
on your
that
orientation.
the eye is gone, do we still feel like? Do Arthur and I still feel like we're being watched?
You do not.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I still
think-
think that we should keep an eye out because there's weird volcano-y things afoot.
Yeah, there's weird eyes floating around.
We have to find these eye guys.
Yeah, I don't really like being watched because there's often times I'm doing things that I don't want to be seen.
Like what?
I don't know, but he really needs to close the room to his door more often.
I said don't look.
Oh, close the door.
Dick, we've talked.
Gus, how many dwarves were in there this time?
Yeah. Not all of them had beards. Great.
I don't want to relive it, to be honest.
Wait, is that a pedo joke?
I don't think so. It wasn't meant to
It's-
be. Well,
It's
except for
two-
the internet. That was not my double. I told you.
Is 2 still your record, Gus?
Well, yeah, until I can figure out accent surge.
All right.
So on the way, you're making pretty good time. Roll a who's driving and who's
I am.
right. Where are
Rockham.
people riding? Give me a sense of where you are in the cart.
Probably not in the cart. I'm probably walking right now.
I'll be at the end of it with my feet dangling down.
Yeah, this is an open cart, not like a covered wagon, right?
It is open. It's pretty large. You've got, plenty of room for your packs, your supplies,
And activities.
And
No,
any game activities you want.
Yeah, I think Ridley would be sitting in like the corner, like right behind the driver's seat and one of the side walls. Just sort of slunk down in the corner.
Yep. Feet hanging
Arthur-
off the back.
Arthur might be in the co-pilot chair, but he's definitely like lounging, like enjoying the sun a little too much.
Yay.
Yeah, I don't enjoy the sun.
It
You don't?
recharges my batteries. Not that I have any like fun fire magic.
Oh, that would be awesome. You just wait.
Do you want me to roll animal handling?
No. I guess either survival or perception, whichever is higher for you, since you're driving.
So is it for? And I'm asking this for a very specific reason. Is it am I looking
Perception
out
or
for something,
survival.
or is this about
whichever-
controlling the cart?
It's not about controlling the car.
Okay, so I will therefore roll perception. That's not the best roll. Let me burn my other use of oh, well, that's a 10.
Okay. As you're kind of driving, I'll show you what you're seeing. I'm not gonna do a cart and all that. I just want to give you a sense. So as you're going along, the road kind of the geography from Bolthorpe to Havage,
Okay.
because I don't have elevation here, it's going down and ends up kind of going along the mountainside, but in kind of the road goes a little into a sunken road.
Okay. So like the mountains are getting higher, but our road itself it's pitched downward.
Oh yeah, I found one to kind of give a sense here. And I'm gonna put a token on here so you can see. Okay. Especially the stream token.
Okay.
Okay, so here I'll change it so you can see the edges. There you go.
Yeah, cool.
Okay,
All right.
so
So
what
we're
the
kinda
token
going down
is
into a
about
canyon.
the size of your cart. This is a huge, wide road with very little. It's worn, but if you look closely, there is surprisingly vegetation. It's mostly succulent because of the desert, but so you've got basically very small cactus along the edge. And you're heading westies. So
Oh, that way. For some reason, I had it in my head we were going the other way.
right. So I can put you back on the map, but this is kind of the environment you're traveling in. And
Okay.
every once in a while, you see some bones that have been picked very, very clean. Without having you roll, because I can see your perception and stuff.
Arthur wants to like nudge everybody in the party and be like, "Hey guys, like this kind of looks like a place that it would be easy to be ambushed."
Yeah, I don't like none of those ambushes.
So just be on alert.
Honestly, Arthur, there's really only small shrubs here. I mean, who's going to jump out of a bush at us?
I mean,
Nobody's gonna jump out of a bush, but they might jump down a mountain.
No, I did not consider all the possibilities.
frankly, if we are
If we get into
judging
combat,
by all these
I'll reverse
carcasses
the
that have been
card.
picked-
I just wanted to give you a sense of scale.
Hmm.
Of,
Well,
This is a
honestly,
very-
like,
but you're going east.
yeah.
Hey, Chick, are you a ranger?
Yeah.
What's your terrain?
I think coastal for some reason, but
Oh.
hang on and I can double check.
I was just saying we may get a lot more information if your ranger thing is specifically mountainish.
See features: mercenary veteran, a ranger.
Well, guys, if we're passing all these carcasses that have been picked clean, I would be more worried about wild animal attacks and ambushes.
Right.
Could be an ambush from some kind of large bird of prey or something.
Oh God, I've heard of these things that don't make a whole lot of sense of me. They're called rocks, but they fly.
Have you
Yeah,
heard
they
of the
rock that
raptors
keep
that aren't
throwing the fly.
dinosaurs?
You to be those
No, he's talking about the really, really big birds. They're called rock.
Yeah.
I'm Rockham.
I mean,
ROC.
you guys have very good vision. You would see if there's anything visible in the sky, you would notice it.
Right.
Like you'd at least see a shadow, unless it was diving out of the sun, right at your horse. For food.
Just spitballing here.
Just
Well, that's rude.
Well, I think we just keep on trudging along.
Just keep on trucking. But I just wanted to make sure everybody was awake
Oh,
in the
well.
cart.
You know, I got a thing that I never use called danger senses. Does that do anything for us here?
I don't know.
Drop the.
I think
Yeah,
that's good for saving
that's a
throws.
barbarian.
Yep.
And that's
I shall
it's a
drop it.
passive active.
It's passive.
Mm-hmm.
I will read it, or actually, I'll drop it in the chat, I guess.
Yeah, it's passive, but it's always active.
Danger sense is now dropped in chat.
It's just advantage on deck saves, right?
Yeah, you have an advantage on dexterity throws against the effects that you can see, which are traps and spells. You gave the benefits. You can't be blinded. I can't be. Oh, I can also not be incapacitated. That's nice. I can't be.
Well, no, it's to have the benefit, you can't be blinded or incapacitated.
Oh, to gain this benefit.
You
Yeah.
can still be blinded and incapacitated.
Right. Well, it also says you gain the uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be. So,
Interesting. So is that automatic or?
yeah, it's just like it's kind of like I'm always a little bit paranoid. Spidey senses, like just without all the cool
Sure.
backflips.
That's kind of how it works.
Yeah, the verbiage,
Floating the flavor
the exact
text, I like
verbiage
it.
is you
Cool.
gain uncanny sense to deal with things nearby that aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. You gave this benefit but you cannot be blinded, deafened, and or incapacitated. It doesn't have to be beneficial. I just thought that maybe it would come up.
Maybe it fit.
It is Spidey sense. You just have to roll an athletics check to do the backflips also.
I like I would like the idea of like, you know that something's wrong, but you can't identify what it is.
Yeah, like it doesn't give me any information that just there's.
It's like your hackles go up.
Yeah.
Like the dog doesn't always know what's on the other side of the door. It just knows that there's something there that
Right.
shouldn't be there.
Right.
I used that many times to screw up Mitch.
But you're not going to break my heart, Mike, if it doesn't apply. I was just seeing if it would be interesting.
You get a sense of dread coming from the south.
All right, guys. You know how we just came from my Disneyland? I'm having anti-Disneyland feelings right now from the south.
Well, then let's get out of here.
Oh, completely agrees.
Rockham, hit it.
You're
Okay.
going
We're
east.
south.
East.
We're
Okay.
heading like southeast.
Right.
Okay.
Never mind.
Well,
We
that's
are headed
Yeah.
in a southern direction, but not due
You're heading
south.
southeast. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll pull the other map back up. I just wanted to give you a sense of what the environment was like.
Right.
Yeah, so Ridley would like be right there in that little corner.
So we're
Right.
basically descending into a canyon. So it sounds like.
Yeah,
That's right. You're right there. And in the distance, you see it's a city that's a little different than Bolthorpe. Um, it's shaped differently, but also you, as you get closer, you see what looks like a small forest, and you get a little closer.
Oh, that's
Um,
a good
um,
sign. I mean, at least they got trees.
Yeah, just something.
Um, what is your who is the longest vision here? Probably Max, right?
I will tell you what my vision is.
I mean, you may even have sharpshooter.
Let me see. Story attributes. Yeah, I can't scroll to the bottom of that character sheet. Hang on, let me look it up on D&D Beyond.
I have sharpshooter.
Yeah, I didn't take sharpshooter. I don't like that big penalty. So I took something else.
What penalty?
Is
The
it
-5 to add 10?
-5, yeah.
That's only when you choose to use it, though.
Still don't like it.
I like sharpshooter because it eliminates the disadvantage when going to the full
As you get
measure
closer,
of your
then
weapon.
you notice something strange. Well, the city's mostly been on the ground, and it you can't see from where you are a doorway, but there's kind of a grisly display. As you get closer, those trees are pikes, and on those pikes are an assortment of heads of orcs and some. I guess if you roll me a history, you see that there's an ogre. It's on a almost like a tree stump that's spiked, and then a large of other pikes that have orc heads and a couple gray dwarves. And they're, as you get closer, they're kind of on the western and eastern flank of the entrance of Havaj.
Is there any like warning kind of feel of it? Like all
Besides the
what?
heads on pikes,
Yeah. Well, no, but like, sometimes like Pirates of the Caribbean, this is what happens to pirates here, with the hanging guy. No,
you just see orcs and an ogre and a couple Durgar on pike.
Guys, I think we're lucky that
The,
we're not.
the horses are not happy, but they're following your guidance.
I don't see any tieflings, guys. I think we're okay.
Yep. And I don't know you know what? I've never even seen another one of these before, so
It's a good day to not be an orc.
I mean, if they don't like hippos, we're going to have something to talk about. And maybe, oops, you might want to stay in the bucket.
If they don't like hippos, they're gonna have to deal with me.
That is true.
Who doesn't like hippos?
Fascists.
I have yet to meet a person.
Did they just never hear that song growing up? That everybody wants a hippo for Christmas or something?
Oh, yes.
That was GIF propaganda, that song.
Oh, really?
Well,
Guys,
I bought in. That was the first thing I learned to play on insert whatever I can play. Bagpipes.
which is now I need to hear. Chat GPT that. I need to hear what it sounds like that song.
I never want to hear that actually.
Really? But I want it to be of hippo playing it as a GIF. All right. Well, I mean, it's probably for like thieves, That's what I'm guessing. They're saying if you're a bad mother, we're gonna kill you outside, so we don't mess up our carpet.
Okay.
I don't know, Gust. I've met a couple of orcs who weren't like really bad.
So
They weren't good, but they weren't really bad. So
The
As-
first shot they're
how are
gone.
you approaching the city?
In a cart?
Yeah.
Right, but are you just riding up to the main entrance, or are you?
I thought it, but I didn't say it.
I'm gonna do a sick trick.
All right, what's your sick trick?
We're gonna do.
So you're gonna pop a wheelie in the cart?
Yeah, we're gonna
Pop a
do a
wheelie in the
loop-de-loop in the
cart.
cart.
Yeah,
The horses go up in the air.
do a kickflip. All right, what about Tick? Can you put one of those white flags on one of your big old guns? Maybe it will be like, we not come here to kill you yet.
I mean, sure. If you think that'll
Do we
help.
really need to do that? Doesn't it mean we're surrendering?
Well, it also means we'll not kill it.
Could also mean parlay.
Oh, hold on. I'll take that white thing that we're using and I'll write, we like women with beards.
I'm not putting that on my rifle.
Well, then I'll put it on, I'll put it on my axe.
Okay.
All right, that's my signal for peace.
So you have a rifle with a white flag on it as you're
Oh,
approaching.
no, it's
It's
Gus'
an
axe now.
Yeah.
You will no
Oh.
longer wear my flag. This may be the start of my coat of arms.
Okay, so you're approaching with the white flag, which they can't quite read yet.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a big happy face with
And-
curly hair and a beard. With that's like the main symbol.
You
And
see what-
about
up my
four
rifle?
Durgar wearing plate, looking very similar to the plate mail of the Queen's Guard with Ridga's Guard in Bolthorpe. Very similar. They are carrying halberds, and they have swords at their waist, and they're running out. What is your business here?
Don't worry, guys. I got this. We've come for your women.
Don't listen to him.
What he means?
They get ready to attack.
What he means is that we were sent by the Queen of Bolthorpe,
Queen Rigda.
Queen Rigda, to do something that I do not remember. What we were
Check
supposed
on
to
your
help with.
queen,
Yeah,
her
to
sister.
check on her sister.
And we also need to
What's her sister's name, if you know Ridga?
What's her sister's name? Group.
We got
I
to
don't have that in my notes. Is it Muffy?
No,
Muffy.
It's not Muffy.
I have it written down as Magdanel, but I don't think I.
Magdanel. Magdanel.
You speak our language. Let's speak in common.
Oh,
I
Meganel.
Hold on,
is-
chick. Was I speaking another language?
I was gonna say, wait a second.
I was speaking in Dwarvish.
Ah, very
Oh,
Yes.
okay. There you go.
And Meganel, yes, is in charge. And this is what happens to people who try to attack and usurp Meganel's rule.
Oh, we're all for that.
Do we
Yeah.
do we
I wanna,
look like we're attacking?
What is your business here?
I wanna reach out and offer Nux to this guy. Yeah, we're
what?
all for that.
Trying to give him
Oh.
a pound.
Yeah.
Oh, he goes, why are you fisting me?
That's oh
What does that mean?
Rephrase.
Something else.
You're holding a fist up.
That's
Like,
it's kind of a
that's just-
salute.
Yeah, that's
Salute.
just yeah.
Our
that's
salute
Yes.
respect,
is-
bro.
it's like
respect.
this.
Well, I'll Well,
For
there's
for
some-
ours,
we
putting
can
your
do that
hand
after.
out.
yes,
Yeah,
for
it's
ours. When we put our hand out like that, you match it and touch.
yeah.
Sign of respect.
I see.
They haven't.
So does he? Arthur's just standing there holding a fist out, just
He's
waiting.
not
for him
gonna
to
put it down
reciprocate.
until you do it. Trust me, I've seen him hold this for 4 hours.
It's against his
Okay.
religion.
In Dwarvish, I will explain that it is a sign of great respect between very obvious warriors, and it is
To show
simply
you were disarmed.
Yes, and to show that there is no
Ill intent.
yeah, nothing up our sleeve, so to speak.
He goes.
Empty hands.
He reaches out with his plate mail glove and touches you and recoils.
Okay, then Arthur will give him whatever the sign was that he like the off the.
It's just
the-
three.
Yeah,
Does Arthur?
yeah, he does. He goes.
Whoa. Are you do you use magic?
I can, but that wasn't it.
Okay. Well, all right. Stay here.
He only does where it's legal.
Yeah.
And they whisper together, go get Meganel. And you're staying out front and you start hearing louder and louder plate mail on stone, and about 10 Queen's Guards come out with for a dwarf, very tall, looks very similar in appearance. You see the familial resemblance. So you're the people that helped my sister.
That's right.
Just-
Arthur wants to bow, but not like take a knee kind, like straight legs, but just like only the torso, and like basically touch his head to his feet, and then like shoot back up real quick.
Wow.
And be like,
Um,
yeah, he's flexy. He's been hitting those stretches.
Getting
my
that
my
body's working.
goodness, I had no idea.
Those hammies are really stretched out.
Oh yeah. That's how Arthur rolls.
Oh, I'm gonna move the party token. Got to do it. There. So, well, how will you prove that you're the people that helped my sister? What did you help her do?
I mean, we kind of enticed an entire bar into backing her in overthrowing the previous king.
Yeah, we orchestrated the coup that put her in power.
Yeah,
And then we blew up a pirate ship.
yeah, that was great. Those good times all around.
You
We
must be
overthrew
them.
Gunga.
That was not known by the public. Guards, they're fine. Would you like to come in? We can certainly feed and water your horses. It's a very dry ride.
Yeah, that would be great. We would much appreciate the hospitality.
And we'd like to talk to you. If you don't mind, I would like to see you privately in my throne room.
The crew, right? Not just me. I have this thing about
All of
being
you.
alone in a room
All of
with
you.
a member of the opposite sex. It just leads to bad things.
Well, I mean,
Or good things. You never know.
You're not my type.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, everybody's got their preferences, but yeah,
You're a
the
little
whole
too
group-
horny for her.
I mean,
You're-
that's
you-
been,
you-
that's been
facial
said many a
hair.
time. I
As
You've
he
got no
stands
facial
there
hair,
stroking
very
his heart.
tall, like
That's
you're.
another Artosius, right?
I mean, no offense. I just yeah.
None
No.
taken. None taken. and
I want to
Arthur will
talk to you
bow
about
again.
work, not about that.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we'll just roll the crew in. Let's go.
So
You do know
you didn't
that for some people
you didn't
that
know
is
the gray
work.
dwarves could blush. It's hard with their skin, but you do see a little bit red in the cheek.
No need to be embarrassed. It's all good.
I'm not,
Just making
I'm
sure.
embarrassed.
Okay,
I
that's
have
fine.
nothing to be ashamed of.
No,
For
you
what,
don't.
what?
That's why I said what I
Okay.
said.
Let's. Oh my! And the guards are just trying not to laugh. They're straight faced.
All right, I noticed that, and I see. So I've also been told you have one of the world's best blowers here.
Glass.
But we just said what?
I think
No,
he
right.
means glass. I think he means glass blowers.
Oh, jeez.
Right, world renowned.
Because they said that you were here for our women. I was concerned.
Oh yeah, their sister.
So you're talking about Bertio,
Oh yes, world renowned blower.
glass blower. So
You have to clarify that when you say that, Gus.
we're going to invite you in. Let's get them settled, and then if once you're settled in your rooms, we'll give you 3 of our finest suites. You can break them up how you will, and we'll have guards protect you. We've had a couple. Well, you can see from outside. A couple people thought that they could overthrow the new queen. Mistake. Big
Yeah.
mistake.
I guess 3 rooms will work. There are 6 of us here.
That will
Right.
work.
Well, only
So,
4 of us sleep.
okay. So they escort you inside. This place is a little different in its layout and its
Gus, are you carrying Oob?
Yep.
bucket?
I got an oob in my bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza.
So you notice in this place, it's mostly narrower tunnels. They're winding, not straight like the other place was. It's like it's dug out where there's narrow, dug into the mountain because very little is above ground in this city. So you get kind of like cramped passageways and it opens up into these huge cavern rooms. And
That's because he
I'm
wants
sorry.
to.
That was our internal chat. Arthur had to step away. Anyway, so the architecture of the city looks more typical of what you'd imagine of someone who tunneled. Like the stone walls and floors are dark, just like the Fury Mountains. Same material. So the city is dug more into the Fury Mountains. So you
So
see
it
this
feels like a more
the same,
organic kind of a thing than
yes,
a structured
the
built.
the walls and this network is not built up like Bolthorpe. It's dug in. So
Okay.
they have it's very practical, functional to design. Very few decorations. I mean, there are archways that are holding up certain places as if they dug into the mountain and built arches with a keystone. On each keystone, though, there are different runes and symbols as they dug into the mountain.
I know I don't have any connection to Grey Dwarves in particular, but can I roll to see if I recognize any of those runes?
You speak Dwarven, right?
Do yes.
Yeah, roll. I guess it would be history.
Okay.
Right?
I agree.
Makes the most sense.
Yeah, the argument is kind of there for insight, maybe, but
I'll allow you to
that's
do
okay.
insight. Considering you rolled a 1 on history.
it's
I'll have a little mercy.
That
it's
sucks.
gonna be that kind of a night for me, I think. Insight.
Oh,
How's that roll? Oh, a
So-
9.
So you've studied the language. You're very fluent, but your studies didn't really cover like ancient runic symbols
Okay.
of specifically of Durgar, the Grey Dwarfs.
Copy.
I don't really call them Durgar because that has a connotation.
Yeah.
You know, as you know, they have a brutal lifestyle, but they also love family and loyalty and hard work. You've noticed the attributes of these. Even as you're walking to your rooms, you hear in the distance what you would all recognize as the sound of activity, hammers, clanging,
Right.
probably like the sound of a blacksmith shop, right? Very similar sounds going on in here. Very different than Bolthorpe. Bolthorpe was more trade oriented and built up, like with some underground, obviously from the forge, but this is very different.
Okay.
So they take you to your rooms. The rooms are much more polished walls. There's it's not as luxurious as Bolthorpe, but appears very comfortable. And there are pitchers of water and coffee. No alcohol in your rooms right now.
Well, we know who the cool sister is.
So
Yes, but we also know that we could go to Rockham and we can get some alcohol if we need it.
This is
Oh
true.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sure that I can fashion.
what was
a
your
keg of some
last
sort.
Alchemy jug.
what was your
Well, I
last
don't have
summon?
Oh,
I mean, I still have the sending stone with the ship.
Oh, right. Okay. That's what you made.
Yeah.
So after you settle in, the guards, there's no locked doors. The doors are made of stone, but they open very quietly as the craftsmanship is, you notice in the bed frames, the lighting in the rooms, and the even the tables. A lot of these are made of stone, except obviously the beds. The guards come and say, "Are you ready? Are you settled in? Can we take you to the queen?"
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I'm
Definitely.
ready.
We're gonna theater to mind a lot of stuff today until we don't need to. So they escort you to a throne room, which is much smaller and more subdued, but the angle gives advantage to the guards, and you do see arrow slit. You can see above the throne. So you walk in, the stairs are really inclined going up, and the guards say, "After you, we've been told you need a private audience." So as you walk up, there's no forge here in the throne room. It's much more functional. And Meganel is sitting in the throne, and she gets up, and they bring out chairs that are exactly sized for you, for your various sizes and heights, and
So thoughtful.
they arrange them in a circle, kind of around the big dais at the top of the throne. And you even notice the arrow slits, the faces that were watching, just go away.
Is there like a small stool for us to put Oops bucket on?
Do they even realize that Oob
Oh.
is a companion and not just a bucket?
that's why I mentioned that there were
That's
six
a very
of
good
us.
point.
and they can
Um,
only see 5.
Yeah, they didn't notice that. But when you walk in with a bucket, are you carrying that, Arthur?
Gus was carrying.
Gus is carrying the
Typically,
bucket, right?
that's a gust accompaniment. Yeah.
Okay, so do you need? Are you not feeling well? You
Oh no, that's an oob right there.
oob?
Yes. Oob, you want to come out? Are you decent?
Who's gonna do oob?
Oob is one of our companions.
Do it with a pseudopod looking up out of the bucket. And then comes back down.
Pseudopod kind of turns into one of those like
Like
those gummy hands
Wait.
that were a thing in the
Jeez,
90s.
and
Like,
Ma-
He's
And Megan
he's a
goes,
little shy
"Oh,
sometimes.
I
around
heard
new
about
people.
your friend
It
who
forms a
can
fist and reaches out
like
nuts.
change your shape.
oh yeah.
and oob goes,
Oh, shucks.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, that was just all shucks. Please, just throw all shucks in there somewhere. He'll be thrilled.
She goes, well, hi, Queen. I'm Oob, and she comes out of the bucket, kind of like pours herself out, and comes up into kind of a humanoid shape. And having seen Arthur before, she holds out a pseudopod toward the Queen, and she goes,
Yeah,
"Oh, well, does it hurt?
No,
No,
just don't stick your hand inside.
And she goes out and touches it, and it kind of goes into her.
That's about right for Oob.
And okay, and there's none. She looks at her glove, and there's none sticking to it. So she goes, "Okay, Oob. So thank you."
Your Highness, you should feel very special. Oob doesn't do the humanoid form for hardly anything.
and don't worry about touching oob. As far as oozes go, I believe they're relatively inert.
What? Like, it won't explode, right?
Yeah,
No,
as long as you
no,
know
it's-
it won't melt you.
And it's not like a gelatinous cube. It's not going to burn you.
She's fascinated. Can I touch you?
I mean,
I feel like Oob would enjoy that.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oob,
Yeah,
no doubt.
you can
Having
you
the
can do
interest.
that. And she sits half in the bucket, but the humanoid part groups out, and the humanoid part, she's sitting in the bucket because there was no chair for her. So she's got like half in the bucket and half humanoid sitting out.
That would be terrifying, wouldn't it?
And so, okay, so
It's like a genie coming halfway out of his bottle. sort
right.
of.
maybe we could have you work for us, because you can get into small places. Like, anyway, that's not the point.
It's kind of a package deal. Oob comes with the rest of us.
My sister might have mentioned we've had several raids trying to take us at Havage, and they have all been coming from the south. A couple things have occurred. We have seen occasional lights, like red lights, at the tower. And I've also seen, not only is our Central Fury more active, now that's very good for business, but and we're no danger here. We're built so if that does erupt, we're not going to have a problem.
That's
Matter of fact, it helps build the range. The southern range is bigger because of those lava flows that are building up and building lava hills to the north. So we've also seen Strange activity coming from the woods. You know, we do go out to forage, and there are still animals to hunt, and just not as many. We would be grateful, and whatever we can do for you, if you would find out where these attacks are coming from.
Would you send us with some people who have been through one of these attacks? So we have a better understanding of exactly where and all of that?
Well, they've been coming from the south, but we haven't seen orcs or ogres or Ettins in these lands for quite a while. And let me show you something. And she goes, Elmer. And a door opens behind the throne, which you couldn't even see. A seam appears, and a door silently opens, and they bring out
A little bald guy with a shotgun?
in chains. What?
Elmer.
Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd. I
He's
was
the
thinking the
most
glue.
famous Elmer.
I was thinking the glue. I thought it was going to be a gelatinous cube.
It's going to be a horse.
That's dark.
You
Used to be.
see? So bringing out in what look like very shiny shackles. You see I'll give you a picture of it. Give me a second.
Here, Elmer Fudd, my mind automatically goes to Ozzy Fudd, the Wabbit Swaya.
Elmer Fudd would make an amazing death metal artist, though.
Have you ever heard the Wabbit Swaya by Ozzy Fudd?
No, I have not.
I will have to play that for you sometime if you don't look it up yourself.
Sounds like a plan.
What is it?
It's
What is it?
It's Ozzy Fudd, the Wabbit Swaya.
Oh my god.
It's an old one, classic from like the 80s.
I'm looking for a token for it. Sorry, give me a second.
If we help you with this, there is one thing that we could, I think that we could definitely use.
What's that?
I would like access to all of the old King's records.
Not a bad
Like
idea, because we're looking.
Blue Hawaii and stuff like that.
I was thinking access to the armory.
The king, Elvis. I got you.
With you, Raj. Saw it.
I really want his banana sandwich recipe.
But banana and
So-
peanut butter?
Peanut butter and nana, baby.
That wouldn't be a
Yeah,
bad.
banana and
idea. We are
bacon.
trying to establish like actual evidence. You know.
Yeah, so if we get access to the records, I can identify any potential payoffs coming from Krusk and Co.
And
Yeah.
photocopy them?
That'd be great. Yeah. I was
Well,
hoping that we could maybe get I don't know, but my dagger doesn't seem to be the sharpest thing ever. I don't know. What if we found some better things to equip ourselves with?
Yeah, I've got quite a few daggers that could use sharpening if they're willing to do that service for us. But are
Well-
all of the attacks, are they all ogres, orcs, and ettins? Is it just those three?
And I'm looking, there it is. Tied up in silver chains is this.
Oh shit.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty badass.
So
Arthur just says, "What's that?"
Elmer, apparently.
if
That's a demon of some description, I believe.
my name is Olmer, not Elmer.
Apologies.
Olmer Fudd, got it.
So Olmer is the dwarf who escorts this gagged and shackled. This is something that should not be here.
Then why is it here?
Devils are summoned here. We've also,
A remnant of the previous monarch?
and
You know what kind of devil this is?
this is a chained devil.
I mean, I guess that tracks.
All the
And
chains and
It
stuff.
took out
Makes sense.
It took out 15 of my toughest guards and almost got here into this room. We are great fighters, but we are not, and we're not ever going to be licensed for magic without paying for the right. And since, Ridga overthrew the asshat,
Gunga.
Unga.
yeah, we don't really speak his name, but we know that he was
Dum
getting
dum for dum dum.
Just call him Dum Dum.
dum dum.
Did.
Okay, I'm going to put that in the notes. The Gunga is dum dum.
That's a pretty good one.
So it seems like we would need
He's dead now.
a pet
Yeah.
rust monster to fight one of these things easily. You don't have one of those, do you?
I knew what
Um,
I wrote one.
that is something we would never want in a forge where we make armor and weapons. Why would we have rust
But you're-
monsters?
Still dwarves who carve stone, right?
Right.
You put a rust monster in a stone like encasement and just toss your scrap iron to it to feed it.
If you
And
wanted
then
to,
when you need it, you bring it out to fight these things.
Those are just
Forward
Okay.
thinking.
has there just been one of those big guys, or is he the only huge devil bastard?
what?
Well, is it the only devil?
Oh no, there's lots of different devils, Gust.
I mean that's like attached here.
Oh, I don't know that.
Like, was he like the general of like the orcs?
No. It seemed like they sent some fodder to attack us. We were distracted fighting them, and then this devil came in through our caverns from the mountains.
You know what, RKM?
I mean,
Oh,
aside from him
it's
being
one
a
of-
devil, he's kind of sexy.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like one of those fabulous wizard type guys that we've seen before.
Yeah, and if he was already in the cavern coming from the mountains, then we should be looking in the mountains and not to the south. Because, like you said, the fodder was a distraction in the other direction. These guys, and this guy was already in the caverns.
No,
But can't devils just sort
traitor.
of teleport?
A traitor who's now outside as a warning, let him in.
One of the pikemen we saw on the way in.
Correct. 3 of them. were in cahoots and had opened our seals, which keep out things in the mountain we don't want in.
It was unfortunate for him. He had to wait till the end of his life to get ahead.
Well, he broke the seal. He voided his warranty.
That's funny.
To get
So,
ahead.
So what kind of headed towards Celestio's tower? Right, that's kind of where you think the big problem's coming from.
Or is it from the big hole in the ground there?
Well, we've never really. We kind of steer clear of the crater, and the road we use for trade with Kuruk to the south does go by the tower, but we've never seen activity or lights or anything until those murders. I heard about the capital murders, right?
Yeah, that's what we're
Right.
investigating.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I've been told a couple stories about demons. They're like lawful evil, right?
Now, Gus, there's a difference between demons and devils.
Oh, so this isn't one of those.
This one is a devil, not a demon.
Oh, well, isn't that the ones that we want that has to like speak the truths and types?
Well, devils have their own rules, but they're very tricky about it.
Oh, I'm just saying, like the big fuckers right there. Maybe we could ask him who sent him. Who's your daddy, big man?
But see, lawful doesn't mean honest.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
means they
that-
follow
we-
their rules.
Lawyers love
we-
rules, but they
I
hate
have zone of
telling the
truth.
truth.
It won't work. We've tried. We've tried
Didn't like magic.
Zone of
How'd you do
Truth.
that?
We tried torture. We tried getting him to talk.
We
Have
could
you tried
a group
tickling
with
him?
Oob for like 2 days, and Oob can just talk her bright, sunshiny, starry-eyed stuff at him.
No,
Bet you
no,
that would-
no.
Like what?
Mm-mm-mm. The guy's still gagged, by the way. He
Yeah.
goes, "Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm."
Oob also has the ability to penetrate orifices.
I don't want to
Yeah.
put Oob in that.
That is true.
Yeah, that seems
To-
like an abusive oob. I'm not gonna lie.
to go inside and wreak havoc. I know Oob has done it in the past. I know he hasn't been thrilled with it, but it has happened.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Rich,
On occasion.
hold off on penetrating the demon. Or
Oh,
that.
I
If
have
anybody
tools
gets to
that can
penetrate the
penetrate.
demon, it'll be me.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-huh. Arthur's being
Are you hung like a duck?
Oh God. Worst thing I think I've ever heard you say. Rick. I don't know.
Oh, that cracked me up.
A car you corkscrew.
my
Oh, so what's Queenie? So what's
It's
your
in my
thing?
blood.
Yeah, right.
The
Is
queen
that
is just sitting there.
I said there was evil there.
yeah, so we just need to go head south, follow the bright lights, and kill everything that smells, looks, and talks funny.
Well,
No,
if they keep
Do
if they
remember,
keep clear of the crater and they don't know where these attacks are coming from, then they might be coming from the crater.
Very true.
Right.
Now, as I asked before, aside from this devil, has it only been orcs, ogres, and what was the other one you said? Ettins who have attacked.
yes, so far.
So we kill all of them that we come across
Well,
without question.
Well, if
I
they're bad,
And devils, obviously.
we don't want to kill Orson, the hypothetically good orc.
Well, if they're in the south, they're probably not good. Because that's where all of them have been coming from.
Well, I say we should get our rest. I should do some research. and we
Ridley
should go
is
south.
neither lawful nor good.
A good rest and research, and then to the south. I think sounds like a pretty good plan.
okay.
Mhm.
So if that's the case, let's if you're gonna head do a long rest if you've used anything, and then in the morning you can head out. This is a good time to take our break.
All right.
So will they sharpen our weapons for us? In,
Absolutely.
excellent dwarven style.
There's also a quartermaster here if you're seeking something possible.
I just need my wits and my mitts.
I mean, I
The
wouldn't mind,
old
like,
one and the two.
Your wits in
mind
your
some-
mitts? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Oh my
I have thunder
goodness.
gauntlets.
Rockham
Alright.
has thunder and lightning.
Let's take a 15.
Sounds
All right,
good.
so quarter tilt.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. All right, we're back from break. The party has had a nice evening of rest in the city of Vaj. And is there anything you need to do before you head out to where are you going? They're happy to introduce you. So the guards walk you down in to deeper caverns. Are you just going, just you, or is everyone going? Okay. He goes, you're the one that was overthrown here. Okay. History or investigation, whichever's higher for you, Rockham. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. I apologize. You guys were not on the stream. Now you are.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's
sorry.
okay. Rockham's roll still counts, right?
So let me recap. Rockham rolled because he wanted to look at the king's, the
Rock and roll.
king that was overthrown here, between Ridga and her sister, Meganel.
Maggie.
And I'll tell you what you find in a second. Okay. Because I have to look at a spreadsheet.
Fair enough.
I mean, historical records.
Yes.
Which is essentially a spreadsheet.
And,
really.
and
Well,
I
access the
apologize.
archives.
What Gust is doing is being escorted down deeper into the depths of Vaj, down to the forge, where there are, you see 3 amazing activities going. You know, all of those wonderful lights that you've seen all around?
Mhm.
Those were blown glass.
Oh, so he is good.
He's very
Gus
good.
is looking for a master blower.
Oh,
And the best. So you see several people creating weaponry, armor, and you hear it's loud. And this one dwarf walks up to you. Would you like some earplugs?
No, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, it gets loud down here. They all have earplugs in to reduce the sound.
I will use hand gestures.
Gus says, I can hear
Okay,
that.
All right.
sounds good.
Are you a glass blower?
Yes, my
All
name is
right.
Bertio.
Bertio, the queen knows who you is, which is a good sign. That means you're doing a hell of a good job blowing down.
And the 2 guards in the back are reaching into a little barrel and putting earplugs in their ears.
Right? Barbarian screaming. It would work well. So, what I need is like a teardrop of white tile. Like one big sheet, about this big. I'll give them the hand size.
A teardrop?
Yep, in the shape of a teardrop. And then I want you to put
Of glass?
a of glass, and then I want you to put like a glass clear boob on top of that teardrop. And then inside that hollowed glass boob, I need you to make me like a round black piece that can float in between it and go up and down.
Can you draw this out? I don't understand.
All right. So
So glad I'm not.
All right. So I describe him a glass googly eye. And I need 2 of them.
2 glass googly eyes.
Glad you're doing this in his campaign and not mine.
Okay.
So it'd be like tile in the back, then a free floating puck of like tile, black tile, and then like a boob, like over top of the tier shape. So the thing,
Clear glass dome.
Yeah.
Over the white glass tile with a piece of black glass or obsidian inside that could float around.
So literally googly eyes.
yes.
They look at this design and like, how hard, do you want this to be glass or you want us to roll this a few times? Like, how much time do you have?
As long as the top boob part is see-through.
Okay.
And we're gonna go fight some big ass bastards. So we're probably gonna be coming back here. So you could take your times.
So they sketch this out to make sure this is what you want. You want 2 big googly eyes.
Yep.
With white in the back, a black floating orb.
Mhm.
Do you want the floating orb in liquid or
If you can do that, that would be great, because that means if this person ever needs to cry, they can just poke a hole.
if the person what?
I have a plan. Give me time.
Oh,
So
my
you want-
goodness.
Okay, so you want 2, how big are the eyes?
Like an A cup.
An egg cup.
Okay. Okay, so they're willing to make it. It's going to
Yep.
take some time.
That's
Um,
fine. I
so-
got, like I said, I got to go kill some big bastards.
Okay. Well, we'll place the order and no charge because you're guessing the queen.
Your queen and your queen sisters, thank you.
Right.
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
All right, close enough, little man. I'll jauntily get myself back up to my friends.
Okay.
Yep, that's all I wanted to do.
Okay.
I'll come back for my order later.
Rockham, didn't you have something?
Yeah, Rockham has the nat 20.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear what I learned, but you can do your coordinates.
no,
Okay,
first.
so the order's been placed. As you're reading these documents, you learn 3 things that are surprising. One, that the former king, of this city
Built it on rock and roll.
they did build this city on rock, and they
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 built
do
it
roll-
on
they roll out
Rockham
really
roll.
quick.
When they
Quickly.
got rolled.
That was a good
So
one.
you see in the time it takes for them to get back from the blown glass and you're researching these scrolls. Let me turn the music's a little loud for me. There we go. That there's evidence that going back a few hundred years that that Scarwatch Keep has been guess they live a long time. Scarwatch Keep has been under head priest Primrose rule for a couple hundred years. And that before you had already learned that Primra reports to Krusk And there is
And what race is Primra?
it doesn't say,
Okay.
but
Well, I guess do we know from previous or no?
no, there's references to people's names, but you do know that this person has been in charge for over 200 years. So take of that what you will. There's also reference to, and really, I don't know how good your notes are. There's reference to Princess Fari. Her last name is Primra.
Okay.
And is that F-A-R-R-E? Fari?
Fari. That is the name of the princess that was in disguise in the tavern up in Carburum. If you remember, there were 3 people that could possibly have been magically disguised. One of them
in the bar.
in the bar. One of them was
So
Fari.
she's
And
the one
Princess
that I helped to get
Fari's-
away.
So in these documents, you learn that Princess Fari's last name is Primra.
She's
One
the
that
one that I
was-
helped to get away.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's another dot connected.
Well, I mean, I won't know this unless Rockham shares it.
Which
Yep.
I totally will.
And the other entries are that the Deadwood it's not complete yet. That's what it says.
Not complete yet.
In one of the scrolls, it talks about these were scrolls that were 27 is an amazing roll.
that 20 is great.
Some of them were signed Celestor in
Does it
So
say
let's
the one thing,
being
the last thing you
namesake
learn
of the tower.
is you see a half kind of like destroyed scroll, and it says they'll never believe it. We're going to have proof. We'll work on that. And it's signed Celesto.
Oh,
Celesto as in the tower?
as in V. Yeah.
Yep. So they'll never believe it.
Celestor was named. So your short history, Jack, is that the official history of the Temple of Cthulhu, which is called the Book of Porphonos. Your history says that Porphonos, who founded the temple, defeated Celesto, and that Celesto was trying to summon a deity to be a slave. That's what created the crater. And the cleric, Porphonos, the founder of the temple, his first action was to outlaw magic. It has to be licensed by the temple henceforth because it was deemed too dangerous. That's the known history. But this document says they'll never believe us. We're going to have proof. And it's really an old, it's like a part of a letter that was rolled up in a normal historical scroll that's signed Celesto.
Can we, is there a way for me to restore the scroll using a tool skill?
No, because the rest of it is completely been. You can restore the scroll, but it wouldn't just restore the writing.
Okay.
The rest of it, right? Because it's no longer there.
That makes sense.
So you could repair the scroll, but it wouldn't restore like
What was
the
written
rest
on
of
it.
the letter.
Right. So the parchment could come back, but it's going to be blank.
It wouldn't be blank
Right.
except for what you can see.
Which
Yeah.
is they'll never believe it. We're going to have proof.
And this crater, from everything you've learned, was where the battle took place.
Yeah, that used to be the city that was next to Celesto's tower.
Correct.
Well, at least we know Celesto, that direction we're going is definitely involved in some of this shit.
So the entries about the Deadwood are not complete, but there are entries about the Deadwood there.
The entry is the Deadwood is not complete.
Oh, the Deadwood is not.
Yeah. So the entry is complete. The Deadwood itself is not complete.
Correct.
So someone was creating the Deadwood and they haven't completed it yet.
So the Deadwood is not complete. And then
Which is interesting
rolled up
because
in
that surrounds the crater.
scroll- So rolled up in that scroll.
It does surround the crater, and there's also a natural barrier. Guardwatch Keep, the only part of the map, if you look, that is, I tried to make it perspective.
There's like
is-
a cliff. Yeah.
There's a cliff, right? And the trees are growing up to the cliff, and Scarwatch Keep is what is the only thing stopping the trees from growing north, and also to keep an eye on, activity in the land.
Yeah. So the trees can't grow straight up the cliff and they can't go around the cliff because Scarwatch Keep is in the way.
Correct.
Okay.
So just making sure I understand. The letter from Celesto that says they'll never
Separate
believe it,
things.
we're going to have proof.
That's one
Is
thing.
rolled up
separately
in this,
in the scroll.
yeah, it's a separate piece of paper that was rolled into the scroll about
Correct.
the Deadwood.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. That's good.
Like
nugget.
it was hidden. Someone purposely did that.
And
Now this is just a local library in the city. The biggest library in the world is Al-Razil,
right.
the capital, which you guys have not visited.
Yet.
And that's not the library that you have to have high clearance to get into. That's the one specifically.
Well, part of that library you have to have high
I
clearance.
think Al-Razil is, yeah. Not
Yeah.
the one that Rockham is in now.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I was just making
That's just scrolls that the king had collected.
Right.
Yeah. Like these are the king's private records, basically.
But anybody would be able to access this if they wanted to.
Anyone allowed who the king or queen allowed, and the queen allowed.
Okay. Okay, so you would have to have royal permission to get into
Correct.
this part of this library. Okay.
Correct. Just
Yeah.
like you needed permission for Gust to go down and get his special request.
Hey,
Yeah.
cops.
Well, that was cool. Nice roll.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good bit of info. Nice lore drop.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you rolled a 5, you wouldn't have learned much.
Obviously, yeah.
Good time for a nat 20.
Yeah, I know,
Um,
right?
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Ridley still wanted to go visit the quartermaster.
Yes. What are you looking for?
I am trying to acquire at the least a silvered weapon, could even be a dagger for me. At the most, an adamantine weapon.
They wouldn't have adamantine,
knowing
but
that
you could have silvered anything.
knowing that
They could
we
even
could be
silver
facing a
A
devil.
weapon you have.
Okay, but that would take time.
Not that long.
Okay, because Ridley has.
Now you could purchase one or
right.
have one made. Purchasing is, fast. What are you looking for?
I have 6 daggers and 1 rapier. So if I could get some daggers or a rapier, I personally have 500 gold that I could use for purchase.
Okay. Let me get the price list open. I mean, look at the historical pricing records that they keep in Abash.
You've got a spreadsheet for that.
I sure do. You got
That's
that
awesome.
right.
I'm not that organized.
Ridley, if you want a magic bow or something,
I
can
have
probably spot
every
you some gold.
city in the kingdom and what they have in their shops.
That's awesome. That's a lot more work than I'm willing to do because I'm now working with entire universes.
Well, everything in this realm, to be more specific. Okay, here's the price list. Now,
I'm just looking for something that's going to work against devils / demons, something like that, because I don't have any magic weapons or silvered weapons currently. And I know that, what the hell?
They can give you a silvered rapier for...
Because I know that what I have won't work.
Well,
Or
if
something
Ridley
like
wants
that.
a magic bow, I could probably spot him some money.
So you could have a silvered rapier, which
Oh,
would also
shit,
be
wait.
+1
Oh my God.
for 1,000.
Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh, silvered rapier +1 for 1,000.
Okay. Now I have sound again.
Okay. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I did not hear what you said before because my
Silvered
stupid
rapier
sound thing.
+1 for 1,000 is what they have. They can make one just out of your rapier in about an hour, which would not be +1, but it would be a silvered rapier for 500.
I'm not so much worried about the plus as I am the silvered. Because as long as I can at least get it silvered, then it should still have an effect.
Sure.
I'm willing to do that, and I have at least an hour to spend on that and the 500 gold.
I mean, the time that you're gathering together, and it took a while for Gus to get down and back, so you can do those things simultaneously.
Okay. Yep, that works for me. I can use my rapier for that.
Okay.
I will deduct 500 gold from my inventory.
Okay. anyone else need anything, or they're willing to stock you on rations, any used like bolts, arrows. Go ahead.
Do they have a +1 plate?
Sorry, Melinda was saying something,
Oh,
but
sorry,
you're
Melinda.
muted.
I am curious to know if these dwarves have access to gunpowder.
Oh, a great question. They certainly do.
Okay.
We love explosives. Can we show you what we have?
Yes.
It's really
please.
fun.
Rockham also perks up at that.
We have a few options. Sorry, I'm taxing my. There we go. So they have these special explosive devices. You have to light them and you throw them. They're made by gnomes who are friends of ours.
Huh?
So these are gnomish grenades. They're 300 each. They're really fun. We also have we can sell you just little barrels.
Hmm?
It's equivalent of dynamite, but they're barrels.
Nice. That means they roll.
And those are a whole barrel of these is 200 each. Now they're barrels like a mini keg size.
Yep, I gotcha.
Okay. And we also certainly have. I see your. Oh, I like your weapon. We
Oh,
have.
my
We can make you some great bullets. Your friend wanted silver. We have silver bullets that are 20 each.
20 each for silver bullets. Okay. Actually, do you know what a spyglass is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take a spyglass. I want to attach it to my boomstick here, and she pulls out her musket and holds it, and not pointed, just like holding it by the barrel. And I also want to elongate the barrel. I want this to be able to shoot at excruciatingly long distances.
I see. So
Hmm.
like something to using the spyglass like to sight your
Yeah.
enemy.
Exactly.
DM's thinking.
That one's in the companion. Yeah. Of course, neither are googly eyes. So,
I'm fine with that. I'm looking. I actually have this in one of my sheets. Hold on. I've run into this over the last 20 years. People wanting to blow stuff up. There we go. Aha. Here we go. Explosives and explosives effects. Okay. So I'm gonna have to make a table for you to roll blast damage when you use those. How many of those grenades or barrels are you buying?
Okay, how much were the grenades? Because I just have $200 for the barrel, $20 for the gold piece.
The grenades are also 200.
The grenades are also.
The grenades are more accurate. The barrels are bigger.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me just have a quick look.
The Holy Grenade of Antioch.
That's the one.
Now, bear in mind, there's also a danger if, let's say, for example, your cart was attacked by a fireball.
Right.
I'm saying you want to protect these and keep them dry.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
Good thing we have an extra dimensional space on board.
They can be kept in a bag of holding for sure. Yeah. We can make this into a site for. I'm looking at sniper. Pricing. It's expensive to do so. Be almost 1,000 gold.
Okay.
What if I
And-
helped with the labor?
It's not how this works. We have to take this into our forge. And what it would do was, what is the range of your weapon?
For the musket, the range is 120.
So that would make it 200, another 80, and your short range would be doubled.
So it'd be 80, 240.
Yeah.
Or 2. Okay. That's not really super huge advantage to that.
Well, you'd also get a +1 from the site.
Right.
So to turn it into a magic weapon, basically.
That's
How-
correct.
How about I take 20, give me 5 of the silver bullets,
Okay. There's 100.
and I'll take 1 of the gnomish grenades.
Okay.
And if I do decide to do any design to my gun, I will bring it back to them because I trust the dwarves to work on my stuff. But right now, I just don't have the gold for that.
You
Well,
don't?
how much gold do you need?
I thought you
Um,
had it in the bag of holding.
Or more than I'm comfortable borrowing from the bag of holding since it belongs to everybody. So
Oh,
No, I mean, like, I could just spot you, like,
Yeah.
personally.
I'm not comfortable with that. So it's something that I can chip away at and that I can work on. So now I have a basic price range for it. I have a gnomish grenade. I don't know what I'm gonna put that on my sheet as, Michael.
there is something called. Let me look. This is fascinating. You guys are like testing limits.
Pretty kitted out.
I like it. Just a second. There we go. In D&D Beyond,
Hmm?
it is a it's not. It's really nice. A Gnomon guard with an E grenade. You can throw it up to 120 feet.
Holy shit.
You spell gnomon for me? It's not coming up.
I'll put it in chat. Hold on.
That's crazy because usually thrown items are only 20 feet max.
These are very, very expensive.
That's awesome.
It does fire damage. It can also do thunder damage, and the wielder rolls when it hits on the Wand of Wonder chart.
Oh wow,
Neat.
that's cool. Oh, these are badass.
Well, they're 200 each. I mean,
Yep. And it's a
a
consumable.
one-time use. Yep.
Can
Here,
I?
I'll put it in the chat.
Can I make a minor purchase, DM?
Yes.
I would like 2 convex lenses, one smaller than the other, and a few metal tubes of ascending height, a couple of brackets, and some screws.
You're gonna make a spyglass. What's your
I'm
control?
gonna make a scope.
Okay.
Yay.
He
Oh,
wants an
You're not
erector
gonna make a
set.
scope. Let me be clear. You're gonna make a spyglass, which then with a roll, you might be able to attach it as a scope
Okay.
to the weapon.
Yes.
He wants an erector set.
Or you could
Yes.
buy a spyglass for 50 gold.
Yeah, it's more fun.
Wow, only 50? That's awesome.
Could I make a better one?
Okay. So you
Or
can
so
buy
he's
those
artist.
components, and the components would be about 50 gold.
Okay, that's fine.
What
Because
about
I've seen spyglass into PHB for 1,000 gold. Because it's ridiculous stats on it.
Well, here's the thing. These guys make them here because this is the one city in the entire region that blows glass. So they
Right.
make these. They're giving you, because you are friends of the queen, that price. They sell them for 1,000
wow?
in
Right.
cities to the north. Like that's how it works. They make them cheap and they sell them for a lot. It's like they also sell these lights that are beautiful, you know, along the walls that light the whole place.
How so one of those lights, what's the visual range on it?
60 dim, 30 right.
So 90 feet total?
No, 60 dim, 30 of it bright.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
they're
Half
spaced
and half.
out in the hallways every about 30 feet. So there's good visibility inside. Here they're obviously magical. They're not, gas or
Right. So
a lantern.
it's like a
about-
permanent light spell infused into it. Kind of.
Could be.
So about how big are they? Are they like yay or like yay?
They're big on the wall, about 6 inches across, about a foot tall, and they're concave. So it's like a really nice, light
Sconce.
source throughout.
Could I commission one about the size of a marble, a large marble?
Well, that's going to be very hard to make. You can go see the, so you just want a very small light.
And I would like the ability to focus the light.
Okay, so I'm not clear what you're trying to make.
So essentially, I would like.
You want a flashlight.
Well, eventually, I want a laser, but
Well,
for now, I just need a small light that I could focus the beam on. But I'll figure. But I'll figure that out. I'll do some.
yeah.
But let's just say I'm
Would that be
thinking of
like a
creative
bullseye lantern?
expansions for the scope that I'm looking to build for Max.
I see.
Would that be a bullseye lantern? That casts a bright light and 60-foot cone and a dim light for additional 60 foot.
That
They burn for. I mean that
and
a
that-
standard
and that-
bullseye
a small
lantern
version
would
of
be
that-
a flask of oil.
basically a very small version of that, but with this magical light would be pretty pricey. Like
Okay.
probably 500 gold.
Oh, yeah, I could totally do that.
Okay, so we're making googly eyes and we're making a mini light source lantern like the ones that are throughout
Mhm.
this whole city.
Yes,
Okay,
and a
So-
diamond and a diamond.
and a diamond.
Mhm.
I'm confused. You're giving them a diamond?
No, I'm gonna buy one if they have one.
They do have the diamonds that are used for casting Revivify, which are 500 each.
Yeah, I'll spend 1,050 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're getting basically the materials for a spyglass, a diamond, and the lantern.
Yes.
but a small
I
lantern.
deduct 1,000 from my.
How exactly? How big do you want it?
Let's see. So I want to be able to affix it to the scope up for the rifle. So
So
probably
On top
no big.
or underneath?
Probably on top. So probably no bigger than this.
Got it. You're actually giving them a visual example. Got it. So those Gust's order and Rockham's order should be ready in about 3 days.
Excellent.
And they're
And mine only takes an hour.
you're asking to like basically soak and affix and harden silver onto an existing weapon.
Yeah.
That's something they can a guy in a forge can do that. And then they harden it, they drop it in water, and it's beautiful. It's a little, they also sharpen it for you just out of courtesy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So you have a silvered rapier.
Nice. I've already adjusted that in my inventory.
Excellent. Anyone else? Arthur? Max?
I gave my stuff, so I'm good.
I don't know what Oob would want, but she doesn't really need like
a fancier bucket.
Oh, I'm working on that too.
Oh, sorry.
Give me.
Oob doesn't really use weapons.
Yeah. Arthur looks at Oob and is like, "You got anything you want?" And Oob just kind of shakes her head and is like, "Yeah, my weapons are my words, so it's kind of hard for me to upgrade anything."
A silver tongue.
Not bad.
I really don't want them to harden that and then dip it in
right.
water.
For that. Whoa.
Right.
we'll let her decide
Arthur-
when she's here next time.
Arthur goes down and follows Ridley down and says, "Hey, like I'm looking to pick up some extra, like, I don't know, some extra visibility. Do you think you could silver tip my horns?"
Yes.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Could we
I mean,
silver
they could just
tip
make little
your
silver,
horns? Just tips.
little silver cones
Yeah.
that could fit over the horn.
Yeah, you've ever seen a bugle? Just put a bugle on the top and make it out of silver.
I like it. We can make those. Can we get some measurements? The guy gets out starts measuring around the circumference. Oh, these are nice. Ooh, sharp.
Yep.
Nice.
That's what I go for.
He got him
So-
from his mama.
So
Mama got them sharp.
we can make these out of real silver for about 100 gold for the pair. Is that
Yeah, that should be fine.
yeah,
That's
let's I'll put this in the order for you.
Okay.
These we're gonna have to craft these, but hold on. I think double check the measures. And
Yeah,
they
the most
take
important thing is that
they-
they don't move.
they-
Yeah.
they
So they're
take some-
getting out their calipers and
they
everything.
take some vellum and they wrap it around to get the sizing just right. And they take a mark, like some dark charcoal, and they mark exactly where it's going to go. How are we gonna fix this? Now, do you want these permanent or removable?
I mean, if I stab somebody with my horns, I want them to stay on. But
So we
I
can use
mean-
So perhaps some tabs that would stick into the horns to hold them in place.
Yeah,
That wouldn't hurt you, would it,
We
Arthur?
were thinking of like some sovereign glue.
Oh, sovereign glue, that would
Hey.
be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that would work.
And
Keep that stuff away from me, though.
to
It
take them
bugs
off,
at my
you need
joints.
to like purchase some solvent, which is very expensive. But we have, we use glue all the time for special things.
Fine.
That's
Silver
fine.
I
is
don't think
never out of
Arthur
silver.
would
Like our
ever
friend
wanna
over here,
take
and he
that
points
off.
over here, and the minotaur that is one of the blacksmiths. There's a minotaur working, and he turns over and he looks, and he has a silver nose ring and silver horns. The whole horn
Oh
is
shit.
silver.
Oh, wow.
That dude went hard.
Says we're gonna have Oglo. Oglo will do it.
Okay.
Max's jaw hits
What?
the ground when she spots the Minotaur. She's like, "Excuse me."
Oh,
Arthur walks up and gives the Minotaur knuckles.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So,
Ridley's going over and doing the same.
Yeah.
That's a try knuckle there, buddy.
All right. So
what are you smelting today? Thought I was the dirty one.
Sorry, my
Does Arthur have
no,
a tail?
that's fine. Where are you heading to?
Arthur does have a tail.
Okay.
Well, we've taken our rest. We have our stuff.
You've ordered your things, which will be 3 days. You'll have to come back for them.
Well, yeah. So we should go investigate a crater, I guess.
Now, how long is it going to take for Arthur's horn caps?
Well, they won't take like basically a day with the current workload they have,
Okay.
but the other
Oh,
It's not gonna
orders
be
are
ready
longer.
today.
But we
Yeah,
can
it's
pick
all
it up
good.
when we get back and pick
Yeah.
up our
Right.
stuff.
I don't need my tattoo today. It's fine.
So me and Max are the only ones who actually got our shit right away, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
you bought things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So about mid-morning, unless you're waiting a few days for these items.
I don't think
Uh,
we have time for that.
No,
Go.
our time is valuable. We
The
can't
queen
get
really
out of here.
wants us to go and take care of this shit.
Yeah, we'll wait the hour to get your silver rapier and then leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head south along the road?
Yep.
Yep.
We
Towards the
are,
crater.
we are headed down toward Celestos Tower and the crater.
Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
Just follow the road, I guess.
whoever is driving, which I
Rockham?
think is Rockham,
Yep.
I'd like you to do two things: roll an animal handling, and give me a D100.
All right, so I'm gonna roll it as a flat D20.
Okay.
Because I don't know how to add my proficiency artificially because I'm using my vehicle proficiency.
Okay.
So that is 2 times proficiency plus 6.
Okay.
It's 12. Not great. I'll go
Okay.
ahead and bump a D4 into it.
So 13.
Yeah.
Okay. The horses seem a little spooked. And I'll show you what you see from the road.
And the D100 was a 94.
94. This is what you see.
I
From the
don't own
road.
the token with vision.
As you approach from the north. Just 1 second. I need to put a token so you see. As usual, you guys are awesome. Going
Yay.
super- There we go. You should be able to see the stream now.
Yes.
Nice.
What
Yeah, there we
you
go.
see is a caravan that has been headed. Looks like it was heading south, and there are overturned carts. There's a fire that is still burning, and then from the distance, you hear, "Ooh," and that's where we're going to stop tonight.
It's cow mating season.
Nice.
God, we left
Yeah. Right.
Fun shopping session, guys.
Well, Mel, that's going to be in your campaign tomorrow, the cow mating season.
That works.
Oh no!
There is
She's
no
got an
cow
angry
level.
cow lady
It
in
was
her
a
game tomorrow.
definitely some kind of a warning.
like a war horn.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a great session, guys.
Yeah.
And that's
a
what
lot of fun.
we're going to pick it up on this map when we come back. So I'm going to pause the game, and I'll have your tokens on the cart that you're on ready for next week. All right, guys. See you next week.
See ya.
Yeah, guys.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Raj.
Robbie, you going to be in tomorrow?
Is.
Because